Hi there, welcome to another chess video. My name is Bharat Bhutyan, founder and CEO of Zugzwang Academy. And today we have a very different type of puzzle. I've usually talked to you about something called the magical move puzzle, where one move just changes the fate of the entire game, in that magical move just makes the person. Today we have the exact opposite of that. I'd like to call it the abyss move. One move just turns the game completely on its head, only this time you're going to be losing the game. So that's what black does here. So think from black's perspective and think of that one move that you're going to make that's going to turn the game upside down and just allows white to win the game. Now it's pretty hard to crack this. I mean, you can take your time, you can think about it, but it's not easy, right? But it happened in an actual game, and that's what we're going to be analyzing today. So let's go to the game. This is the position, and the real move that was made was actually knight to f4 check. Um, Thinking about maybe preventing the queen from, or forcing the fact that okay, there are probably two defenders against two attackers. This was an absolute blunder because if you actually try this position, and this is a game that happened between Jay Blackburn against Jay Schwartz, I think in 1881. And if you actually do the engine analysis for this position, just before the knight's move, it's a perfect zero. Like nobody has the advantage or disadvantage, fully neutral. There's one move, and immediately white is lost. I mean, black is lost. That's how bad this move is. But you need to find the continuation. So pause the video here and try to find the continuation of how can white actually win the game. And most importantly, the lesson for us is how do you actually spot such a game that you're playing? Okay, welcome back. The answer to that question lies in the fact of sacrificing the queen. But why is it so important? What is the reason behind it? The reason behind it is actually the structure of bringing a rook here. So you capture this pawn, he captures it back, and there's absolutely nothing that can be done to prevent this checkmate. So even if the bishop blocks it, you take it, and eventually at some point, you can just sacrifice the queen a couple of times if you want to, but that's all just engine dragging moves that just delays the inevitable, I'd say. So whatever you do, whatever you move, eventually that's it. And you could say, okay, let me just move the king in that case. And even in that case, it's a back. So if you remember the patterns, this is a Morphy's mate. This rook coming here is the Morphy's mate. And if you were to move the king, then this is a back. So it doesn't matter which pattern it is, it's a checkmate nevertheless. So you end up sacrificing a lot of pieces, but still end up winning the game, all because of identifying this particular pattern. So, coming to the more important question, how do you actually apply this in a game that you're playing? How do you think about it? And the answer to that is to often think about mating patterns. So to me, imagining the rook here and saying that that's going to be checkmate is the first step. So I'm constantly thinking about how do I do that. Another way to think about is can I bring the queen here so that I can. But that's not easy because the knight controls the square and the bishop is just one move away from. But this checkmate is amazing. The only problem is there's a pawn, so I want to capture the pawn, and he captures it back, and then I capture it back again, and you realize it can't be stopped. I mean, he can bring the knight here and all of it, right? So this like, but you start thinking on the line of saying, okay, how do I get to that stage? And that's when black helps you because the one person who could have prevented that checkmate has suddenly moved out. You would be happy to sacrifice your queen. Why? Because you are going to checkmate him, and that is inevitable. So the lesson for us is remember mating patterns, search for mating patterns, become good at pattern that will help you figure out checkmates, and that's gonna improve the level of your game many, many, many times. I hope you found this video insightful and interesting. If so, please do like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.